Hello, dear friends. Today I want to share my joy with you. You can already see the hero of today's video on the table. It is a Siemens Nixdorf notebook with a Pentium 1 processor. I always thought the oldest laptop in my collection would be the one you haven't seen yet. I never really hoped, although I did dream that I would have a Pentium 1 laptop. It's been a long time since I've seen such a square laptop with a fan in the middle and a stick point. I didn't think it was even possible to find something like that in my small town. But then a good friend named Pavel says to me, "Listen, I was cleaning up at the cottage, collecting all sorts of old stuff, and I remembered that you are fond of retro techniques. Anyway, we met, I drove up in the car, and he opened the trunk. I look and there is an old computer case, a motherboard and a back. I open the back and I'm breathless. There's an old laptop inside, and it takes my breath away. Because it was in the back like this, and I immediately noticed the laptop and the 3.5-inch floppy disk drive. It just took my breath away. I opened, looked, and it turned out that this is not just a no-name SAM and branded laptop Siemens Nixdorf, which is in the original package, with a processor Pentium 1 and is a native power supply. Oh, the joy of my certainly had no limit. I even purposely did not wipe it, neither the laptop, nor the SU. All in the condition in which it was found. So, let's take a look at this marvel together with you. It is a very heavy laptop, it weighs 3 kg, not less, if not more. The model of the laptop is Siemens Nixdorf Scenic Mobile 320CX. Okay, I'm going to try to bring it up now. The laptop stickers a Pentium processor supporting 133 MHz MMX instructions, 16 MB RAM, screen, 12.1 inches, SVGA. So, yes, here, about the 1.44 GB HDD hard disk. Okay, on this side, we've already seen, here, we have a drive for 3 floppy disks. Now, on the front, there's a microphone, and there's nothing else. It's a latch of some sort. So on the left we have ports, PSM have for mouse and keyboard, 2 PCMCIE ports, microphone, line input and output and hardware volume control. So, at the back we have USB, infra port, power input. Here's a standard breakdown, if I'm not mistaken, 19-volt power supply. Now let's look at the power supply unit, docking station port, and here we have a wonderful set of COM, LPT, and VGA ports. Another one of my dreams, so to speak. A laptop with COM and LPT ports, and now I'll show you. Look, I wasn't kidding when I said I didn't wipe anything down, didn't clean anything. Just look at what great condition it's in. There's the metal port with the ports screwed onto it, the ports are shiny, no rust. It's a miracle, not just a font. Okay, let's close it. Let's open it up. Now, a little about the power supply. It's original, lightweight, pulse type, labeled Siemens Nixdorf, and outputs 19 watt to 16 ampere. Such power supplies were rare at the time. So, to open this laptop, you need to unclip 2 locking latches at the top, and there are metal hooks, and I think I was mistaken in thinking that these were 3 microphone scales. It turns out that the microphones at the front are not microphones at all, but simply decorative elements. The microphone itself is marked on the body. We see another Siemens Nixdorf logo, the logo of the Scenic model line, Microsoft Windows 95, Intel Pentium MMX inside is a red corner. Another reason for my joy was the secondary LCD display, which shows the battery charge, enabled keys, scroll lock, etc. There is a touchpad instead of a trackpoint, and two mouse buttons are located as they should be, on the edges. So, what do you think? Let's try turning on this little wonder. Okay, I'm connecting the power supply. Today, I'll give you a brief overview. I haven't read anything about it or looked it up on the internet. I was just overwhelmed with joy, so to speak, and decided to share it with you, my dear friends. Now we open it and turn it on. So we turn it on, and I need the power button, which is located in the middle, and the battery indicator is already lit. So when we turn it on, I want the screen to be closer. Here's the button, because that's where the information will be displayed. Okay, now I'll bring the camera closer. Will the camera have time to focus? Okay, I'll probably fix it. Okay, the camera is slightly to the side, let's turn it on. Listen to those speakers. So, this is Siemens Nixdorf Information System, Scenic Mobile. And here we have a Pentium 133, with some memory. The main additional feature is Windows 95, which was already pre-installed here, as if I hadn't installed anything. A friend brought it, turned it on, and decided to tell you briefly, once again, to share the joy. Oh, familiar sound. I haven't heard it in a long time. So, here, you can adjust the screen brightness and contrast using the function keys. I move the function keys back a little bit so I can show you the keyboard. There. Like that. On the keyboard, the following are available: brightness, contrast, volume, display on off, sleep mode, LCD selection, freeze this trackpad, and basically everything else, and we can also turn on the trackpad. But with function keys, not sliders on the screen like here. Word and Excel are pre-installed, let's open them. Just for fun, let's take a look. Okay, here's N95, version 7. Since I think the matrix is passive, because there is contrast adjustment, the mouse is not visible when moving quickly. So let's open my computer, and, well, no, first let's look at the properties. Several drivers are not installed, but we can see the sound and, well, 16 MB, Pentium, sound and video adapter, that's in place. So, the sound here is 1878, video adapter, chips and technology 16555 PCI, that is, apparently, but I think it's so that, but it works through the PCI brain. Maybe in future videos, when I'm over the euphoria of receiving this gift, I'll decide to take it apart and see what's inside. So, the remote access controller network card. I didn't see a modem or anything here. First of all, there is no network card here, and therefore, well, there is a USB port, but that will be another experiment. I'm thinking about how to connect it, say, to my big brother's computer to transfer programs back and forth, and how to connect it to the internet. Not through a modem, but at normal speed. We'll definitely try it through a modem too. Well, basically, I've told you everything about it. Let me turn on the standard one for you, and we'll listen to it at the end 1878, and let's try the volume control. It works great. Judged by the sound, it's ordinary FM synthesis. Okay, let's try another one. Obviously, it's not Wolf Temple, but nevertheless, I'll show you again what's currently displayed on the LCD screen. I'll highlight it like this. The viewing angle, of course, for the CD matrix, is slightly visible from above, just a little bit, but this is a Pentium 1. Let's turn it off. What year is written here? I don't see any timestamps. But nevertheless. So, friends, this is the wonderful find that came into my possession. I think we can expect many more interesting videos with this laptop. By the way, this is already the third device from Siemens Nixdorf that I've come across. And, spoiler alert, I have another one. And now, thank you for watching, friends. See you in the next videos. Bye for now.